Hi everyone, welcome to the new era in Liquid, a very exciting new development that we're going to talk to you about today. Today is an overview summary of what's going to come next in the next few days. A very exciting new campaign starting today called Empower. And when you see the whole vision, I think you will be more than pleased. Saturday, May 1st, beautiful spring day. My name is Anthony Norman. I'm the CEO of Dragon Global Finance. We are the banking and corporate finance arm of Liquid. We're also handling the share issues and corporate finance legal work. We have come through a very interesting time here. The Rainmaker campaigns, Rainmaker and Rainmaker Redux, were fantastic successes. And as I told you, we were actually going in a direction where we were going to build this out into the world's largest market making organization. And this is a plan that is very much on track. Now, before I talk about the new product and the new structure, I'm going to explain to you why I think this is such a big opportunity. You see, whatever you're looking at to quantify an increase, the stock market is a very good medium because of its sheer size. Liquidity is, like our product, key to everything. And this is where, if you compare, for instance, the crypto market to the stock market, you just can't compare them. Crypto is big, but it is still very, very small compared to the stock market, which means that you can actually use this to leverage and hedge yourself and hedge your crypto assets and regular assets against each other. I'm excited to say that this is the next step, and this is a very big, significant step in creating the most powerful investment bank in the world. And guess what? It is powered by YEM. So, introduction to this. Obviously, what's in it for you guys to join a campaign like this? Well, first of all, it's a fantastic opportunity to capitalize on your YEM if you want to liquidate. It's a great upside in addition in terms of cash and stock. And like I always say, it's always good to build a new revenue stream in your life. And, over time also financial independence. Nothing better than recurring income as well. So, I'm going to talk to you today about power staking. Power staking is a novel concept that's built really from a model where we can actually mine or create liquidity in assets, which means that you list an asset and we, by staking it, create liquidity in it. So we're not depending on the market and external marketing. The cool thing about this is we can list any asset. You guys, you members can list any asset under the power staking program, and we will ensure daily liquidity. We're going to offer this for two asset classes, for shares and for bonds. The amazing thing about this is it really creates such a new opportunity. For instance, you can create a bond to finance how to buy the acquisition of a house. And by staking it, the bond is liquid every day. It generates cash every day and it pays it off. Second thing is if a company wants to list with us, wants to ensure that its shares are liquid, it's the same thing. So it's basically almost, you can say, liquidity on auto mining, which is a very fascinating model. Now, how is this possible, you might ask? First of all, and I will say just before I go too far, that we will actually provide these documents for download so you can read them in peace and quiet. We've built a very unique market making model that you have heard me talk about before, the market making algorithm. Basically, how it works is the asset owner creates an asset, bond, which is being tokenized. This is listed on World Equity Expo. Now, when we do this, first of all, there's an airdrop, which means we're going to give parts of that asset to our liquid members in proportion to how many liquid tokens you're holding. So that's one of your benefits. But the really sexy part here is that the liquid market making algo then has three pools. One is the founder stake, which means the founder, the person lists, needs to commit certain assets to the staking. excuse me, then the members of Liquid in this campaign participate from their staking pool. But even cooler, now we have an institution, a bank at the other end, which will match the number of YEM you put in the staking as well. How awesome isn't that? That's really, really fascinating. So that means that they actually increase the power of the YEM that you put in. And this is our unique, special secret sauce. So basically, the founder has to commit to certain basic staking. And then you members can give the assets on the list a score, a rating. We call it crowd rating because we believe that you in masses can judge the look and feel of a company or an asset just as well as anybody else. And we pair this along with proper sort of institutional rating. Now, the founder has his contributor stake, and then we do the matching stake from the institutions. And this is very interesting because it actually leverages the power of the cash many times. The institution will take far less, which means we can pass on more profit to you guys. So, call this the unleashing the power of YEM. Basically, all the staking can be done with 50% in YEM. Staking means you only put your funds in, but you can take them out again. So, by creating a new asset, you can list, as a member, you can actually list an asset, which could be, for instance, the acquisition of a business. You can support your local charity. It might be a startup in your city you want to start, or actually expanding and growing an existing business. Basically, you can make any asset liquid as long as it can be legally bound to the tokens. So this is one application. Secondly, obviously, this is a great way of liquidating YEM for cash because you can sell the power staking packages. And in this case, you're going to get a weekly cash profit from the YEM staking in the program. So you actually make a weekly cash profit, which is, again, very, very attractive. So you really have everything you need to mobilize huge assets, huge amounts of money. Imagine how this can roll out finance into any region you want. So, institutions say, why would they do this? Well, this is important to understand. Banks, for instance, they have certain rules how they can lend money to you. And obviously, if they part with their money and they lend it to you, that creates a risk exposure for them. And they have to report this in different ways. In this case, they actually keep the money, albeit in cryptocurrency, they keep it in their own account. It never leaves their account, which means the only risk they're actually taking is the currency fluctuation, whether Bitcoin goes up or down, because we need crypto to run the liquidity program. But we don't need to have the crypto. So, by doing this, they can actually match our stake without any exposure, any financial exposure. The small currency fluctuation, they can either have an extra margin for, or they can simply just take the YEM as collateral for that. Now, they will be well paid, but much less profit to them than to you members, which means we can pass on more profit to you guys, which makes your part, whatever you stake, more, we actually leverage it so it becomes more profitable. So in this ecosystem, and now it's starting to clarify, the World Equity Expo provides a listing venue where they are being traded. They also do the actual tokenization, creating the assets electronically, and shows the scores, the analyst reports, and so on. So this is the exchange side. On Liquid, we provide YEM, so we do run the power staking program. We also distribute equity profits, like airdrops from the program. We have a share and earn program that is going to be launched now, where you can share news from companies, making sure that they get known, that the assets get promoted, and you get paid in liquid tokens. And as a member, you can also self-list assets only in liquid, using a founder stake. So you can do this yourself. And you as members can crowd score the assets. So the whole liquidity mining is happening inside Liquid. So we've found a very good balance here. Now, in the staked assets, equity profits, we take 70% and distribute this to members. The remaining 30% are sold, but what happens with the sales is that those funds go back into the power staking program, which means Liquid, the token, becomes more and more liquid. And then as we buy assets in the mining program, liquidity mining program, we distribute them as follows. So 20% is kept by the company. This is our profit and to cover our operations and costs. 50% is distributed to all the owners of Liquid tokens, you guys. And another 30% is again sold and deployed into the liquidity program, PSP program, which means the Liquid tokens becomes more liquid. So you see how they work together. And also in the airdrops, we only keep 10% for company overhead. Then 10% goes into the liquidity program and 80% is distributed to you guys. So I think that's a pretty nice setup. Now, in order to start this off, and this is not going to be a short-term campaign, this is part of the business model, we actually sell packages. So they are backed by the gold reserve in IXI Gold. This makes it much easier when you buy them, but what it actually means is that you have funds on your account that you can withdraw. So we have very simple packages of $1,000, $5,000 where you get a 10% extra, $10,000 where you get 20% extra value, and $25,000 where you get 50% extra value. And the cool thing about this is that that is the staking power. Now, when you withdraw the principal that you put in. So the cool thing is this is stored on the Liquid site, and you can, every 90 days, you can withdraw your money again. You can pay 50% of this using YEM. And every Friday, starting from the first of the month after you joined, you have a profit payout, which is that we guarantee a minimum profit of 2.5% per month, but it can be higher. It is paid 50% in Liquid tokens and 50% in US dollars, so in cash. And obviously on top of that, you have additional dividends being paid from the equity assets as well. So all in all, quite a lot of payouts all the time. We also pay our referrers commissions. The referrer actually gets 25% of the profit as a direct bonus, both cash and Liquid. And 15% goes into the We Share Success program, which is a very fair and good model. This is also in cash and Liquid. During May, we do a special campaign, a special offer to kick this off. Any referrals for $100,000 or more in May will actually receive $100,000 worth of Liquid for free on top of their commissions. For the first $1 million of deposit, they will all receive 30% extra in Liquid for free. Remember that this is actually that you can invest without actually spending your money. And the top 10 producers in volume every month, and this will be ongoing, will always receive 20% extra commission in cash on the profits. In cash, guys. And all YEM that is being staked will get 2 bonuses. 25% extra in Liquid tokens at the current price of YEM, and also you will get free IXI Gold backed tokens for 25% of your staking value. So for instance, you stake $5,000, you receive $1,250 back in IXI Gold tokens for free. And remember, you can actually withdraw your principal after 90 days. So we think this is an amazing model which actually allows us to grow, allows you guys to grow. As I said, YEM 50/50 is a fantastic tool. It's a good sales tool. It's a good way of activating your network as well. And it's a clever way to get liquidated, but also to reach new parties coming into the ecosystem. The process is very simple. We have improved the process from Rainmaker a little bit. You go to liquid.com/empower. Empower is the key name for this campaign. So liquid.com/empower. You fill out the form. You can on the form do a card payment. It is active now and it is actually working fully with Stripe. But you can also pay with cryptocurrency and bank transfer. And instructions will follow there. All rewards, as I said before, are first come, first serve. And we are actually allocating commissions faster than 72 hours in profits. We are now speeding up the process because we have fully integrated most of our back office. So next week you're going to see big improvement in terms of speed. Like I always say, be organized. If you work with this, make lists of prospects to talk to. Go through the list. Join our webinars. Be very, very organized. If you make a goal, you can reach it. You visualize your goal. Like an ambition without a plan is just a dream. You always need to plan your steps. Very important when you work with something like this. So, from now on, we're going to do sales team talks like we have done before every Friday. So once a week, every Friday at 2 o'clock. Go to liquid.com/webinar. You will have the links and you will have the recordings there all the time. We will be posting this on WhatsApp as well. So we're very excited about this. Campaign starts today. The form is live. We are working obviously all the time to speed things up, and we will be posting all the documents and information on WhatsApp as well, with all the full deeper details as well. So you will see this and the website as well. Today, thank you for listening. I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys are as well. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday, and let's go out and kick some ass and build the world's largest investment bank. Thank you for listening. Take care.